Sometimes life seems so complex and perplexity-inducing, it's like a gauzy, tangled web. A phrase that's used in the first line of this song, Christ of the Scars. Division, wars, pandemics, media, and we can all get caught up in this web of worries so easily. The way out of this web is, for me, simple, but not easy. That way out is Christ. I have my reasons for being committed to this, which have nothing to do with politics or controversial issues of the day. I've heard it said by a theologian/philosopher that there has been no further journey of any capacity than the journey Christ took from his status as God to becoming a human being, fully human and fully divine, as a matter of fact. Very curious thing. He thankfully did not cling to his status as God, but rather emptied himself out of at least some of his divine attributes. This is referred to as the kenosis theory. And what's the point of this emptying out? It's so that he could become Christ of the Scars on our behalf and secure our eternity. There are times when he seems hazy. Yes, indeed. Out of focus, certainly. But then we rediscover the light so lovely and fair, this epiphany gained. The Christ, he will stay, and the light that resides greets the dawn of this day. And that epiphany brings me back to center with Christ of the Scars.
Through the gauzy tangled web, and every hour so dark, one can forget of the light that resides in the deepest chambers there, in a shattered human heart. One can forget that the light still resides, and the light that resides is the Christ-bearing scars who traveled this road. He journeyed so far to proclaim to his sheep we are under his care. Vast the constellations views, there once rose a distant star, appeared in the east, seen from afar. In the twinkling of an eye, to the great and grand design, and the light will reside, and all men are now redeemed. So choose. And the light that resides is the Christ-bearing scars who traveled this road. He journeyed so far to proclaim to his sheep we are under his care. Rediscover the light so lovely and fair, an epiphany gained. The Christ, he will stay, and the light that resides reach the dawn of this day. Bearing gifts from afar, bringing love with all its promises kept and covered. Rediscover the light so lovely and fair, an epiphany gained. The Christ here will stay, and the light that resides greets the dawn of this day.